Hello, and welcome back to some more Starfield tips and tricks. So I want to start on this main screen today. So because one of the things, like you can continue and you'll just load the last game you saved and off you go, right? You can also go to load. So if you're trying to go in here, like, dude, I made 3 characters. Where's all of my other things? Okay, so these it doesn't tell you on here, but if you go down here to this select character tab down here, you'll see your different characters, and you can choose a different character, and then basically load a different game. So if you have multiple characters and you've started multiple characters, that little change character button down there, which it's hidden in plain sight, and makes it really difficult to see sometimes. So here we are out in space. Let's see, where are we? I hope I am not going where I want to go. Let me get to. Oh, this is the live. Let's go to there. So we're gonna go ahead and land on New Atlantis. What I want to do is kind of go into the starship building. I've done quite a bit of alterations on this character. I may have given it a little bit of extra money so that I could kind of do some stuff. It's a little bit further along in the game, so don't mind Sam there. So we're gonna go here. So and we kind of covered it last time, where we'll go back over some of them, but the trade authority allows you to sell things fairly quickly. Then we'll go in here to the services here. So I like to modify my ships. So I have 2 ships because, like I said, I give myself a bunch of money. So this is my other ship. So we can go ahead and go into ship builder on this one. And this is another ship that you could buy. I can't pilot it yet because I don't have the thing. And more importantly, it's got stuff on here I can't even get. So like this guy here is a different landing gear, the NG20 landing gear wide, right? So if we go in here to add, if we go to our landing gears, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Landing gear, like our gear, we don't even have that landing gear. Like I can't even use that thing, right? So in the last video we had, when you're going in to talk to this guy, and he has, I like to see what ships you have for sale, right? So there's the Rambler, there's the Galileo, right? And this is an A. This is the Gladius, and then this is a Sparrow. So these ships change. So and then once again, like we don't even have in the beginning, I don't even have this ability to do this. This is a different structure than the ones that we have available. Same thing with a bunch of this different stuff. So there's a lot of stuff in the game that we don't even have yet. So I like to view and modify my ships. So we're gonna go ahead and go back into this one because this is the one that I do have things that I can do on it. So right click, you can move around. If like with this one here, I have like these guns attached to it, I can grab the whole thing and move it off. And then that allows it to, everything that's connected to those will stay connected to it. We have the ability to do this stuff here. So I have a horizontal weapon mount, which allows me to basically turn a single point on there into a point for 2 weapons. You have to be careful because if you put that like up here, then it causes it to run into the structure here. So originally I was going to try to move these guys, this guy up here like this, move this guy down, and we'll use our F key to go down. And we'll use this guy, we're going to go up R. And I can't put that there because it will interfere with the side there. As always, Control Z will put things back to where you found them and basically take you back through steps to do things. You can change your cockpit out. You can add things. You can, if we wanted to, we could pull these guys off here like this. Pull this guy off here, off this side like this. We'll just put those off to the side. So you can kind of move stuff around and kind of just move it off to the side, stuff like that. We can go into our structural stuff. If we wanted to, we could go down here. We could add Nova bracing. We could add engine brake port, right? Cowling. There's all kinds of stuff that really doesn't do anything other than like if we do like this guy, that put him in here like this. And then we have like this cool radiator thing under there. The only problem with doing some of this stuff is trying to find the actual thing that you're doing beforehand to do it again. It can be kind of a pain in the butt. There's no search menu. There's no way to kind of really do anything like that. But, and the other thing that I kind of had trouble with was that you can't rotate things. So these, like there is no, I can flip it, but there's no rotate. So I can't, and like you, obviously your landing gear, you may not want to do that. But like this little storage box down here, like I'd like to be able to rotate it and stick it under like the front of the nose. But I can't really do that. So maybe if I pull this guy off, like then I can kind of, and sometimes trying to get it, like, yeah, it doesn't even want to do that. It doesn't even want to connect to that point. And it may be because of the way the stuff is set up to do it. So it trying to get stuff to work and trying to do stuff that the game doesn't want you to do isn't exactly easy. The other problem you're going to have too is your docker has to be on the outer edge of the ship. So if you have it on the top like that, you can't have anything above it. So if I put all these guys back here, right? So as you go and build things, you'll see we had one, we still have one error. So we'll hit C. Ship has unattached modules. So something isn't attached somewhere. Oh, that's okay. Where'd it go? And sometimes like I'm having difficulty with it. Like, okay, I don't know where it went. Okay. I have broken it. Okay. I've broken my ship. I don't see where that module went. And it's not controlling back into the place. So now can we get out of here? Hit C again. Oh, okay. All right. So there it goes. So we're going to grab that. We're going to take it and drop it back here. Like, so it's kind of limited to where you can or can't put stuff sometimes. Like and then, like I said, you have to kind of use R. It gets really fiddly sometimes of where you're trying to put stuff or where it's trying to connect things. But like if we go in here, we just go grab a G and we grab, let's just put a weapon up here. Nope, can't put a weapon up there. Yeah, there is a connection point. Nope, can't put a bay. Can't put a cargo. Like you can only put cargoes on the sides and the back. That's the only place they'll allow you to put cargo. Like the slim docker, like it is not letting me put that up there. So it's very limited as to what really connects. Like, okay, so let's get that engine. Right. So if I do that and I put that engine up there, I'm like, okay, good. I got more engine power, right? And then I hit my check. Docker modules must be on the outside edge of the ship. So if you want to get rid of it, select it, hit delete, it'll get rid of it. But it's just, the whole building of ships and stuff is a little tricky. But it is what it is. Like, the fact that I can just go in and if I really wanted to, I could delete this entire thing and start completely over from scratch. So if I wanted to select every single item here and just delete every single item that we have. So I've deleted every single item that I have, right? And now I can just go in and just start with, let's start with, let's go with cockpits. That's cockpits, right? So you can kind of go through, look at your different cockpits. Now, as far as I can tell, what the difference from these cockpits are is they hold different amounts of cargo and they weigh different amounts. So the higher they go, the more cargo they hold, and the more the more mass it has, right? Now, can I actually? No, you can't even do that now. So it just depends on whether this is the demos ones are the ones where you go up and sit in the front and it kind of closes around you. And right now, these are the only two that I really have. But okay, those are actually different. That's a different front. So we'll use the Magellan, right? So we'll throw the Magellan on there, and then we'll get us some habs. So and it just depends on which hab you want to go with, right? Whether you want to go with so we'll do the Galactic Engineering Bay, right? So we'll do that. We'll just pop that onto the back, right? And then, so you want to do something crazy. You're like, okay, well, we're going to throw another hab onto the side. Easy enough. Oh, I clicked off again. We'll do another hab over on this side, right? Okay, because why not? We can. Like, you can do whatever you want to with it. The stuff all connects like Legos. So if you wanted to do this, and we can make something quite a bit more round or more a lot wider, right? Okay, easy enough. So the reactors, now you can only have one reactor, so that will kind of leave if you try to add two reactors, as soon as you do that, we'll go ahead and hit C for flight check. It's missing everything, missing shield, multiple reactors, only one reactor is allowed, right? So that's, you can only have one reactor, which kind of makes me sad. But I can go over here. So we'll get a nice, we need a Docker at some point. We'll get that up on there. We'll end up covering the back of this thing with engines. Like these engines, though, I think, yeah, those are Class B engines, so we can't use those engines yet. We do need fuel tanks. We need all kinds of good stuff. So we'll get a fuel tank up here. That guy around the other side. We'll get some more fuel tanks up there. So that way we have some fuel tanks. Because I have a feeling this thing's going to need a ridiculous amount of stuff. Now, landing gear. Go ahead. We can put a landing gear over here. And then if you're having trouble getting them to kind of connect, you can use the F and the R key to kind of move up and down a little bit to get them to connect better. Let's go ahead. A grab drive, right? So, and then once again, we can put the grab drive in. if I try to put another one in, nope, that's not what I wanted to see. Missing shield, missing. Oh yeah, multiple grab drives. Only one grab drive is allowed. Right. So you can only do one grab drive. You can only do one one reactor, which is kind of frustrating because it'd be nice to have more. Okay, we can't store that on the side of that bad boy. Put that guy up here like this. Two over here like this guy. That now we have two landing pads. Now we need a couple more things. So we already have a grab drive. We already have habs. We have reactors. We do need a shield. You don't actually have to have a shield, but obviously it would help a lot. Now the other frustrating part is like I can't even stuff it on the front of this thing. So like where's the fun in that? Like I would like to be able to rotate. Right, all I can do is flip it. So I can put it on the other side, but I can't connect it to the back of this thing. And like I would like to be able to connect it to the back of it. Like there's no reason I can't rotate a shield, like just to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. So that building of it, and yeah, so now it's just going to try to stick it over there. Now these you can do upwards. So can we have two shields? Spring landing ship class. Well, yeah, only one shield is allowed. So only one shield is allowed. So some of that is frustrating because you're geez, come on, stop it. You're I want to get rid of that. So you're actually getting to a point where you're restricted and you have to have things that will your ship's going to be asymmetrical because you're only allowed one reactor. You're only allowed one like unless you put everything down the center, but then you can't like put the shields and stuff down the center because it just doesn't work. So there's some good to it. There's some like not as good, but it is what it is. Now we can go in here. We can do so. Reason I changed out for the other grab drive is because it will allow me to do a little bit better. We're gonna put a white dwarf here. Put another one over here. We'll hit Z, flip it to the other side, right? And then we're going to go up here and we're going to grab this guy. No, you'll go under the top. So once again, yeah, so I had to hit R. And then once I can kind of get it up there, then these things will just kind of drop into where I need them to drop into. So you hit R or Z to kind of move it around, right? So you got a little bit more room here. Now, obviously, we don't have any weapons on this front of this thing. We don't have anything crazy like that. Now, if I go into both tanks, structural, there's our horizontal weapon mount. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is right here. So this is the one I was using on the ship beforehand. So you can kind of do that. But I can't actually get it to connect to this thing. I have to put it like on this side to do it. So it won't actually connect to the front of this thing. So there's some weirdness and some jankiness to it that I'm not super happy with. But there's a lot of stuff in here to kind of mess with and build, portholes. But like even within, like even with that, right? Like once again, you can't put it on that. You can put it on, like if I had an open space. So you have to kind of build and choose and build things around the way you want to do it. So there's a lot of yeah. So if I just say unresolved errors, right? So either I can back and fix the unresolved errors, or I can cancel the modification. Those are my only two choices. So there is that, and and then if we're looking at here, so we were looking at So in the prior video, or in the prior episode, I actually went up there to the top of that building, and you can see your ship from there. So like we can see all kinds of out and about, and the game is really well done. The But I kind of wanted to go into shipbuilding, show the save, how to do the save file and stuff like that. But if you guys have more questions, stuff like that, please let me know. Drop them down in the comments. We'll figure out how we can do it, and just kind of keep going for that. But as always, if you like the videos, give them a like. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, please leave that down below. And if you have if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that. And then we'll have YouTube throw up a nice little video for y'all to watch, and we'll catch y'all next time.